So India has been snubbed by Maldives, and this time a hotel in the island nation has skipped Indians from the list of candidates that can apply for a job. In the advertisement, the hotel says due to visa restrictions, Maldivians, Sri Lankans, Nepalese, Thai, Filipino and Indonesians may apply. WION reached out to the Indian embassy in Maldives. They maintained that while issuance of visa is the discretion and sovereign authority of every country, the Indian Ministry of External Affairs has raised the issue with the Maldives embassy in New Delhi. And to bring us more details on this news story, I'm joined in by our foreign correspondent Siddhant Sibal, who joins me live from New Delhi. Let's quickly go across to Siddhant. Siddhant, what is the latest that you have on this news story? Is this not an extension of of the souring relations between India and Maldives, and what is actually happening, even in terms of visa restrictions, that actually reflects the deteriorating relationship status between India and Maldives?
Well, rightly said, for Maldives, it seems India is no longer the first. It used to have a policy, India first, but it seems from its actions, it's no longer true. And WION got another document from a hotel in Maldives, which doesn't mention Indians. It only says due to visa restrictions, that of course which of course means Indians. Other nationalities such as Maldivians, Sri Lankans, Nepalese, Thai, Indonesians and from Philippines, they can apply. It shows that the policy is now continuing. Remember, WION was the first channel to break the story few months ago when the general manager of a major hotel chain wrote on LinkedIn profile saying that Indians should not apply. He would welcome an Indian who holds another passport or is married to a Maldivian. He can apply. So it shows that the work permit ban continues. It's now over 5 months. And we also spoke to two people just a short while back who didn't want to come on television, but told us, one guy told us that he almost waited for 5 months and nothing has changed. Another told me that his HR has asked to wait for a few more months and maybe after that they'll get back to them. But right now the main focus is on 23rd of September because it's on that date when the election is due, and that can be an important day for the relationship between New Delhi and Maldives.
Absolutely. As you rightly mentioned, that the election day will actually redefine the relationship between India and Maldives, hopefully. Also important for you to establish how India's relationship with Maldives is also suffering because of President Yameen's government in Maldives.
Well, definitely. We saw that media report in which the Maldivian ambassador here spoke to an agency and said that the two helicopters which India had gifted during Nasheed's regime, he said that they can be taken back because they now have the infrastructure. It shows that now Maldives is moving towards Beijing, and Maldives is also part of One Belt, One Road initiative. Maldives was the first country in South Asia that signed the free trade agreement with China, and we have seen that immediately after clamping down on opposition, he sent envoys. The Maldivian government, Yameen's government, sent envoys to Beijing and not to India.
Absolutely, Siddhant. Also, one important factor comes in is China's infrastructural contribution to Maldives, as we all know, and their flourishing relationship with President Yameen in Maldives, which is, of course, a contrast to India at the moment, because let's not forget that India had better relationship with former president of Maldives, that was President Gayoom.
Well, rightly said, and of course with Mr. Nasheed also, WION spoke to the former President Nasheed, and he said that China is using its threat to Maldives as a disciplinary agent, and there are external pressures without taking China's name. He said that China is responsible for asking Maldives to remove New Delhi's helicopters, which New Delhi has placed there in atolls there. So it shows considerable influence Beijing has on Maldives, and that is likely to impact the relationship between Maldives and India. And remember, Maldives is situated geostrategically on important sea lanes that connects Africa and Middle East to South China Sea and beyond. That is why Maldives is important. And now the fear is that Maldives might fall into China's debt trap diplomacy, and it's already falling.
Right.
And that is the impact which is now shown in the relationship between the two countries. Only 23rd of September will be defining it, and we'll get to know that whether relationship continue to deteriorate or they go for a positive direction.
Absolutely, and it's very interesting to note how China is making its presence felt in the Indian Ocean. And let's not forget that Maldives is one of the nations in the Indian Ocean. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for bringing us all those details on this news story.